Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hello and welcome. So today we have the brand new eyeshadow palette by BeautyBay. So this is the Dark Lights eyeshadow palette. So this is a 20 pan eyeshadow palette. I think I've said eyeshadow palette about 10 times. So I decided to pick up this one because it just really caught my eye. So this is absolutely stunning. So this is the actual palette itself, but this is the outside packaging. It's this beautiful kind of like oil slick look to it, which I really like. It's kind of, it reminds me of the Matrix. I don't know why, but it's got that kind of like vibe to it. So this is a step into the shadows and embrace the night with the Dark Lights palette, with darkness, where darkness dazzles. Lose yourself in 20 eyeshadows inspired by the midnight hour, from sultry mattes to electrifying metallics, blending colourful blacks with striking silvers, olive golds. This palette lights up every night adventure. But yeah, this is, I don't know, it just spoke to me so much. I don't know why. I think it's more of a kind of dark gothic kind of vibe that I'm really into, and you know, because autumn and winter are coming up, this is not what I would say like an autumnal palette, because for me autumnal is very oranges and kind of deep tones. This has some deep tones, like it's got some purples and stuff, that's brilliant, but I used to have that kind of like leaf pumpkin type vibe to it. But this is just absolutely stunning. I can't wait to kind of get into it. So what I'm going to do first is put on my sellotape and then we'll get started. Okay, I don't know why I made my tape go so long, but yeah, let's just kind of get into it. So let's start off with Sleepless, just here. So this is kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of like a purplish grey, which I'm very intrigued about. So let's blend this in. I don't have anything on my lids, just my normal skin. I don't have a primer or anything, so let's just see how this works. So it's not going to show up majorly because it's quite a light shade. Okay, so that went on pretty nicely. Again, it's quite light, so it's not going to show up completely. So let's go in with Pulse, just here. So this is more of a grayer tone. Okay, let's just put this on the corner. Ooh, that's definitely standing out a lot more. Okay, so let's add a bit more kind of colour. Let's go into Nocturnal. Just here, I like that this is kind of like a nightclub kind of rave type palette, if that makes any sense, because of the names and just kind of like, not that I used to go out, but it reminds me of the days when I used to go to Sin City with my friends. If you live in London and you're kind of part of the alternative scene, you'll know what Sin City is, because it used to be in Camden. I don't think it's on anymore, but it was just a rock metal alternative night. We used to go quite frequently. I think it was like every 2 weeks or something like that, but me and my friends in uni used to go every time. It was amazing. Like, I was like not really allowed to kind of go out when I was in uni because of like my parents are pretty strict, but I used to just go out occasionally, and I would say I'm going out with my friends. I never tell them where I'm going, but it was an amazing time. I went there for my birthday once. I did like a fancy dress with my friends, so I told them to kind of like dress up as their favorite like comic book or kind of like movie character and stuff. It was an amazing night, some great memories from the underworld, no, from the Sin City. So that was a lot of fun. So let's kind of go into, let's kind of do something kind of in the corner. Let's go in with, that's the thing, there's a lot more shimmers in this palette, so I might have to go in with a shimmer, kind of start light and then kind of go deep. So let's go in with 3 a.m. That looks like a shade that's right up my street, so let's come take, let's see how it works. Just tapping it in. Okay, that's quite light. I might have to, ooh, okay. Okay, and now let's go in with Afters, just here, and just see how that kind of works, because it seems like it's more of like a two-tone. Let's put this in this gap. Ooh. I'm just going to end it by adding in a corner shade. I'm going to go in with Silhouette just here and see how this goes. Oh, very nice. Okay, perfect. So I'm actually going to go off camera and do the rest of my face, and then when I come back I'll give you my final thoughts. Okay, this is my finished look. So with the eyeshadow, I do really like this palette. However, I feel like it's not my favourite Beauty Bay palette. Like, the colour story is amazing. There's a nice selection of matte tones, so if you don't want to you want to kind of mix in a couple of palettes, because you might not be able to get like a complete look unless you just want to use a ton of shimmers. Like, the shimmers are stunning, and of course I've always said that the shimmers on all the Beauty Bay palettes are out of this world. They are absolutely beautiful. I just feel like some of the shades are very similar to each other, but I do think this palette is worth it. I think it was like £18, no, it was like 12, £13 or something. I put up a price here. I don't think it's sold out. But, yeah, the packaging is stunning. Again, the formulas are always great with Beauty Bay, and have never had any issues. I feel like they just have amazing formulas, and as a brand they're coming out with so many great things. I recently tried their blushes. They were absolutely stunning. Yeah, so if you're interested in buying it, then obviously go on the Beauty Bay website. I think they have it on their TikTok shop as well. And let me know if you've picked up this palette, because I'm very intrigued to see like what people say. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, because I film and upload every time I get a chance. So don't forget to follow me on any of my social medias, because I'm always active on there. And I appreciate you sitting down, listening to me ramble on. Bye.